What's up, guys? I am Spencer24Sony, and this is part 2 of my review of the Xbox 360 game Grand Theft Auto 4. Now, like I said earlier, most of the things in these games are good, at least the main things, like the missions, the graphics, the gameplay, the characters, the story. Now let's move on to some other things. The weapons. There's a huge variety of weapons in this game. They're mostly normal, the usual weapons you get in big violent games like Molotovs, grenades, shotguns, pistols, missile launchers. So yeah, there's a lot of weapons in this game, but they're divided into two different types of weapons. There's the poor ones, which are like, for some reason, considered the lower ones, though I actually prefer them. Some of the differences is that like the shotgun's a little different, the pistol's a little different, I think the sniper's a little different. You have Molotovs instead of grenades, and then there's advanced ones where you have grenades instead of Molotovs. Some of the weapons are different. So yeah, I just wish you could have all the weapons at the same time, because there might be some that you like, and then others that you like. I just wish that you could have grenades and Molotovs at the same time, but that might make you a little bit too indestructible. I don't know. So yeah, there's one thing you can do if you're not wanting to do a mission at a certain time. You can go out with one of your friends or your girlfriend or whoever she is at the time, and you can go do something like eating or playing a game. Pretty much the only reason to do this is to get each of the people, like your friends, there's a like percentage for you and a respect percentage for you, and going out and doing something with them will rise this percentage up, and in the end they might be able to give you something useful if you get their percentages high enough. I never really bothered with that too much, except with the real important characters, because it's just kind of boring. But there are some fun things you can do, like playing pool, playing bowling. You can go out to a theater, watch someone do a comedy. But then there's some pointless ones, like going out to eat. But the good thing about going out to eat is that you pretty much just drive there and then drive back. There's nothing really you have to do that'll take time. So yeah. There's a lot of places, that you're going to have to go to. Some places that are just useful, like car washes, and then where you get your weapons primarily is these secret underground gun stores that you find out about later on. This is where you pretty much pay money to get guns. So yeah, there's that. Some places are just absolutely terrible, like the strip club. I mean, come on. You have to go to the strip club in one mission. The whole thing with going to a private room with the woman, I mean, that's just stupid. I mean, that's just unrelevant. There's really no real relevant reason to put that in the game. I mean, I know it's Grand Theft Auto, but still, come on. There's just a lot of things you can really do. At some points, you can drive cars, use helicopters, and, oh god, drive motorcycles, which I suck at. But you're always going to have things in the game that you're good at and things in the game that you're bad at. But usually, you're going to end up having to do all of them, so you're going to have to eventually prepare yourself for some harsher parts of the game, as far as having to do things in the missions. one little minor flaw in the game is that sometimes the instructions can be a little confusing as far as what you're supposed to do, but usually you can figure it out. Okay, one thing that I would have really loved is in the game, when you're driving, there are these radio stations. There's like a lot of radio stations, and each of them have this large set of songs. Okay, well, what if there's like, you have a personal favorite couple of songs? Like, there's just a radio station that has your favorite song on it, but like that's the only song that you like, and you really want to listen to it. Should you have to listen to the entire radio station just so you can get to that one song? Because you can't switch to a different radio station because it might be on while you're listening to it. I mean, and it could take a whole hour to listen to the whole radio station just to get to a song, and you're not even gonna know when it comes on. I mean, I just think there could have been an easier way to do this. I mean, you think that if you want to listen to a song, you should be able to listen to the song at that time. What I would have done is have this option in the game where you could go to the computer. Like, there's this part of the game where you can actually go to a little place where you can go on the computer. You can go on the computer and go to where there's all the radio stations, and then take a certain amount of the songs that you really like, and then make a CD out of them, and then just put the CD in the car that you're driving, so you can just always listen to the CD that has all the songs that you like. So you don't have to wait on the radio stations for the songs to come up. I mean, I just think that would have been so much better. But I can't really call that a minor flaw, but it's still not that big of a flaw. So yeah, there's when you're about to play this game, unless you're not that picky, you're gonna notice a few little bad things in this game. But overall, it's really, really good. It's probably not as amazing as everyone says it is, but it's still pretty good, pretty solid for a game. Story-wise, gameplay-wise, pretty much everything-wise. So yeah, what I'm thinking is that this game had a lot of potential. I mean, everything in it has a lot of potential. I was just thinking, like, even though they didn't have to, if the people who created this game just gave it another year, maybe another few months, just to make it absolutely perfect, it could have been the best thing that's ever happened to this world. I know they spent a lot of time with it, I can tell, but if they just spent a little bit more time with it, they could have made it the best thing that's ever happened. But I guess they didn't have to. I mean, they had the right to go ahead and release this game. I mean, I'm sure they spent a lot of time with it. I'm just saying that if they spent extra time, more extra time, they could have made this absolutely flawless in every way. But no one does that to their game, so usually because they don't have the ability to. But these guys, they had the ability to at this point. This game is that big. If they just spent a little more time, they could have made it perfect. But I guess it doesn't need to be perfect. It's good enough. Yeah, if you're a fan of the other Grand Theft Auto games, you should definitely get this one. And if you're looking for a game that has a good story, real good gameplay, a little bit of violence here and there, a lot of language, lots of things to do, a big city, a lot of weapons, a lot of cool looking cars to drive, this game is probably for you. That's pretty much all I have to say for it. This game's definitely exceptionally good, so I have to recommend it to pretty much anyone above the age of 13 or 14. I'm Spencer24Sony, and I'll talk to you later.